All right, this article is very interesting. The CD/ODE toggle switch. So, a commercial console modder, World's Console Mods, announced a new toggle switch that will enable owners of a 20-pin Saturn, ODE, such as the Fenrir or Rhea or Phoebe, to select between the use of their Saturn optical CD drive or their ODE, which I think is pretty cool. I know a lot of people have always been arguing, oh, I want the option for the CD drive for testing and stuff, but I also want the option for the ODE as well. And of course you use Satiator, but I mean you also want it, you probably want to use it if you want to be able to use play some of the VCD games. So it might be very, very useful in that regards. In my opinion, I don't really have a need for it. I'm not saying that no one should be able to have it. I'm just saying that for my use case, I don't really have a need for something like this. Because it's like I have two consoles. If I want a ODE, I'll just use my real ODE. If I want a set. Actually, no, I have the satiator in that one, so I have ODE one and a satiator, so it's not really needed. So if I really want to play the VCD, I just remove it and put in the pseudo Saturn to play that on the disc.
What I'm confused about is the geometry involved here. How do you fit a drive replacement ODE and a disc drive?
It looks like there's some space in the Saturn, so it looks like you're able to break out. It looks like it's a tight fit, but it looks like it could fit. Yeah, so here's a video of it right here, the Fenrir fitting side of it. It looks like it's small to fit in. I believe a Rhea can also fit in there, but something like the mode probably would not be able to fit in there, no matter the size.
I thought those ODEs had connectors that took up the connectors that the CD drive connected to.
I think he 3D printed securing mounts to it. This is what it looks like in this video.
Okay. So this install might be a little bit complicated. I don't know.
Maybe they're saying right here that it might be able to work for the mode, but it'd be a very tight squeeze getting everything to fit inside of there, and you probably would lose the ability to use the hard drive. But I think
the mode, you're not going to be able to fit an SSD in a mode at the same time as a CD drive. I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah, it's definitely
end up with a
tricky
card,
business.
Which is plenty. That's all you need. You just need a 512 or 1 terabyte SD card, and you have every Saturn game you'll ever want to play. And yeah, and then you just have to do a whole bunch of soldering work, or just pay Voltaire to do it for you.
Fair enough. Yeah, it looks like this is going to probably be aimed at a non-solderable install. But right now the design's only for 20-pin Saturns, so if you have that, you're able to.
I'm seeing soldered on wires in these builds.
Oh, you've seen that in there?
Yeah, I mean, just the third image down or something like that. There's
oh yeah, I do see it. Yeah.
And if you're going to be hijacking connector ports but still allowing pass through or something like that, I imagine you're going to have to solder on more wires onto the board or something.
This looks like this is plugged into the power supply though. Those wires that are coming into that.
My idea is maybe they just sandwich it. It's sandwich the ODE between both the connector port and the original drive. Do you think that'd be possible? That's my idea.
What I'm confused about is that does the ODE have some sort of pass through so that the CD drive can still feed into the system?
Yeah, it's here. They have a switcher on there, so you could switch between it. So you could pick between either the CD drive or the ODE.
Oh, okay, so that's the board with the 3 little ribbon connectors on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That's what he's selling. That board.
Okay.
Or making, I should say.
Yeah.
And potentially that 3D printed tray as well.
Potentially, yes. Basically, the thing is that it's definitely going to give the satiator a run for its money, especially with the cheap price of the Fenrir. Because it'll be able to have the CD drive, you'll have the Wi-Fi and the MPEG card support with it. So it's going to be a big game changer for the scene, especially if people want everything. If they want the CD drive, if they want the ODE, and they want the MPEG support, it's going to be all three in one.
So does this thing have a price point yet?
No, I think it's just initial designs right now. He doesn't have
Okay.
a price point as of yet, but I believe once this comes closer to fruition, it will we'll announce a price point, and we'll keep. Like I said, we're gonna follow the project closely, so we'll check it out and see what they do with it, and maybe even have him on if possible. That'd be kind of fun.
So I'm not super familiar with the Fenrir's compatibility list, if there are any compatibility problems as of right now. But it sounds like this would be the path to the most complete Saturn that you could get. Would be a Fenrir with a 1 terabyte SD card, a VCD card, and this switch, allowing you to switch back to the CD drive.
Yes, I think it would be the ultimate Saturn if they got that, because you get everything, the best of both worlds, and have all that support. I'm kind of excited to check that out. I think I might give that a try once everything's said and done, and once everything's set up, I think I'll be buying this. Which Saturn I'm gonna put it into, I don't know. I think I might put it into my capped one, my recapped one. I'm just not sure yet.
This might require case modification.
That too. That's a good point.
Because
That's unfortunate.
it's like a manual switch you gotta flip for the CD or the Fenrir.
Well, there is room in the Saturn to like wire out a switch to somewhere that's still accessible. Like you can wire it out through the CD drive if you don't mind sticking your finger in there, and there's a little bit of a clearance there for a very small switch. Or better, you could put it just above the VCD slot. Again, with a small switch, it should fit within the battery door with just lead wires.
That'd be kind of cool. Maybe even sell like a custom back case that has a built-in switch in it that you can wire up.
I mean, yeah, that would work.
'Cause it's just a little piece of plastic. You 3D print it, and if you don't want it anymore, just throw it out. And because there's plenty of room in there for the VCD card to run wires to it, and then just, yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, with a cart in that slot, I think the clearance is still something like half an inch or something like that or more. So there's plenty of room for this. I mean, I would prefer to leave these consoles as unmodified as possible. I think the only console where I've messed with the board or the case at all is a PlayStation. But for as far as like my Dreamcast is concerned or any of my other consoles, I try to leave the case as intact as possible. If I pull the drive out, I save it somewhere, and I don't touch the board. I just plug things in. And so far, all the ODE solutions that I've had so far have not required anything more than that, save for the PlayStation.
It looks like Shadow Mask saying that. So you open and close the lid a second time to switch modes.
Oh, that's fun.
So
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I buy it.
So
Wait,
yeah,
is that what he's doing, or is that his idea?
I think.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. I thought that's. Oh, sorry. I thought that's what he's doing. No, I guess that's not what he's doing.
Oh, okay. Because it would make sense as a binary switch, but you just have to do it fast enough during the boot sequence. Like, I don't know what the window is for determining what to load.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it just seems easier just to have a toggle switch.
Yeah, it seems pretty interesting, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. Right now, my definitive thing is the satiator, but I'm really excited to have the option for this. And once this is all said and done, everything's sorted on it, I think I'm going to be going this route and just have the ultimate Saturn. But right now, the satiator is probably my favorite one out of all of the devices that are released as of yet.
I mean, I'm not aware of any VCD game that I want to play that doesn't already have some sort of patch for the non-VCD version. I don't think I'm ever going to need anything besides a satiator because it's easier to dev on a satiator. You can just push stuff through USB.
Yeah, it's. I think the Fenrir though you can actually load from Wi-Fi too.
Yeah, I guess. But at that point, I mean, I'm already set up here. I suppose if I had nothing and I wanted to save money, I could go with a Fenrir. Assuming that the compatibility is good. Again, I haven't checked in on it because I haven't had a need to.
Yeah, but for now, let's. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But follow Will's Console Modification. It's at Will Console on Twitter, and keep up with the project. I can't wait to see what he comes up with, and hopefully, I will be interested in buying it once that releases.